Welcome back. Our mission, your life should be on your terms, no one else's. So what other people are thinking, no, we don't care. It is what you want that is most important to us. And anything we do on the platform is for you to be able to live life on your terms, not anybody else's. Today, we're going to talk about principle number 2 from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. It's a book about success, self-help book, one of the most popular of all times. Napoleon Hill wrote this book almost 100 years ago after studying 500 extremely successful people, and this was prior to cheap airlines. There was no internet, of course, and no mobile phones, so it spent a lot of time, a lot of work interviewing the most successful people in the world at that time and comprised it down to 13 principles of success. The first one was a burning desire. You need to know exactly what it is that you want and what you will do to achieve it. Every one of those successful people had that. Principle number 2, and that's the one we're going to talk about today, is fate. So, the state of your mind happens sort of via affirmations and or instructions to your subconscious mind. And what he's saying is that all these super successful people had fate in what they were doing. They needed to have a super clear mental picture. Remember, back then, hardly any pictures, no mobile phones, no internet or anything, some newspapers, not a lot of coloring, meaning a mental picture, knowing exactly what it is that they wanted to achieve and accomplish, work with the feeling inside, train their minds and their brains to that mind of a super successful person. They were basically telling themselves, I can accomplish anything I put my mind to. And that is one of the quotes as well from Hale, that anything you can basically conceive in your mind, you can achieve in real life. And if you listen or learn from any of the big names today, most of them are super visionaries. They are so determined to reach their goals that they are getting a lot of followers because of their energy, their enthusiasm, their drive, their goal, and their fate. Fate is the difference between actually succeeding and not, or making the impossible possible. The bridge between impossible and possible is called fate. You have to believe that you can do it. And you have to go for it. Because if you don't, it will for sure not happen. Same thing with Thomas Edison. He went again and again and again and again and again. He didn't give up. He had faith and a burning desire to solve a problem. His faith was with him at all times, in a sense, I am going to accomplish this. This might take a lot of time, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go all the way. So having faith in what you want to accomplish is extremely important. Because the way you're thinking is shaping the way you're acting, and the way you're acting is obviously shaping how you're living your life and what you're accomplishing or what you're not. So what Napoleon had said was, have the mental picture super clear, knowing exactly what it is that you want and how to go about it. And as we spoke about the previous time when we talked about burning desire and his steps of how achieving it, he was saying, have a written statement, exactly knowing what it is and stating what it is that you want, by when you want it, what you're going to give in return. And then write down the statement. So by the 1st of January 2020, I'm going to have $1 million because of the service I'm giving and offering to large corporates, for example. You have to find your statement, but that is the statement that Napoleon Hill is referring to read out loud several times per day to basically make your mind work for you, because you're training your subconscious mind. That is one thing. And the other thing that I want you to do is that spend 30 minutes per day, was his suggestion, with the person, or in your head again, mentally, with the person you would like to become. So 30 minutes per day, train your brain into the character, the personality traits of the person you would like to become, which means you can come up with anything and everything. There are no limitations. The only limitations are the ones you put on yourself, right? So anything you want, you can have. And that is the picture and the character that he wants you to work with. Train yourself for 30 minutes per day. Imagine how you will become that person. Again, you're starting to reprogram in your brain, your neural networks. Your brain literally will be changing based on how you're thinking. So, reading out the statement, having the goal, reading out your statement consistently, basically brainwashing yourself to knowing that you can and that you will accomplish. That is having faith. And there are loads of examples in history where our minds are basically the big block or roadblock or whatever, separating us from success, standing on the side of failure, or stand still. The difference is having faith, going for what potentially seems impossible, and actually making it possible. That is what genius do. That is what successful people do. And faith is one of the most important ingredients. And to me, personally, it makes perfect sense, because if you don't have faith in yourself and what you're about to accomplish, it will be so clear. Any actions, if you even take any actions, will show you have no comfort, you don't have what it takes, and your whole body is screaming, maybe I'm gonna do this, I'm going to become a superstar. Well, if you can't even persuade yourself, showing that you have faith in what you are going to do, how are you ever going to show the world that you will be delivering on your words? You need to have faith, and to have faith, you need to work with your brain, train your monkey mind, the little boy or little monkey sitting there chatting day all along, and that is exactly what you're doing. He'll phrase it differently, but basically taking control over your thoughts, implanting the thoughts of what you want to become and what you want to accomplish and what you want to do, and replace the old negative nagging with the new ones. That is how you build a strong mindset, a strong willpower, and how you make things happen.